What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American Politics, back again with a new video. Today, it is time that we do another poll watch video, but not of a state like New York or Wisconsin, a state that we've covered regularly on this channel. This is probably the first time, maybe outside the primary, that I've discussed the state of Illinois. I never thought I would discuss it this late. It was a fascinating primary to look at, with Jesse Sullivan, people like Bailey, etc. It was a fascinating primary to look at, but after that, it was like, okay, Republicans, they're not going to come anywhere close to winning this race. And my verdict is still, Republicans are not going to win this race, or be within 5 points. But this new poll from Emerson shows something is brewing in the state of Illinois. I don't think Republicans will win. Again, I'm not saying they're going to win or get within 5 points, but this poll indicates there is something brewing that not a lot of people are expecting. Now, before I continue with today's video, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the Twitter account in the description down below, and join the channel today. That is right, folks, for just 10 cents a day, you can join Real American Politics. Only 10 cents a day. That's only $36 a year. And if you really wanted to support the channel even more, for just $5 a month, that's what, $60 a year, you could get a shout out at the end of each video. So I recommend you click that join button down below, join the channel, help support the daily content. We all love that daily content, more like 2 videos a day at this point, but I hope you join today. So, let's get into it. Illinois, a fairly Democrat state. Biden won it by like 16, Obama won it by even wider margin, etc. But there is a governorship here. There is a governor's race this cycle. And usually Illinois' governorships, they tend to be closer for races. I mean, 2010, the Democrat only won by a quarter of a point. 2014, that clown Republican won. I mean, I'm not going to even mention his name because he's not a Republican who won in 2014, who proceeded to get crushed in 2018. But in any other case, this is a state that tends to be closer down ballot for reasons, all right? It used to be a Republican state, part of the 80s, part of the 70s, etc. It was more Republican, but recently has become a bit more of a Democrat state. Obviously, with Chicagoland becoming such a Democrat stronghold, it's like, yeah, there are some rural votes, but it's kind of hard to win the state of Illinois. But there is something brewing. And I don't think Republicans will win any of the statewide races this year. But I think these data points I'm going to show you right now are indicating that a place like Illinois 17th, it appears it's going to go Republican. A place like Illinois 6th, with Sean Casten running a terrible campaign, may go Republican. But let's get into it. So the top lines are Duckworth, Tammy Duckworth, the Democrat incumbent of Illinois, a state she won by 15, against who is essentially a nobody Republican. I mean, she has no fundraising numbers. I don't even know who she is. She just won it because, she had the most name recognition. I honestly don't know who she is. But Duckworth is only at 49%. You know the key rule. If an incumbent is below 50% in a year like this, the opposing party is going to have a wave year. That tends to spell doom for your candidacy. Now, again, it is sometimes a bit different in a state like Illinois, but still, this is an indicator that she is struggling to get these undecided voters. And there may be a sign that these undecided voters, they won't break as Republican as a state like Iowa or Wisconsin would, but it tends to mean these undecided voters, they're going to vote for the Republican, the opposing party, which is the Republican Party in this instance. Duckworth at 49% kind of shocked me. But Pritzker's only at 50%, so Pritzker's actually overperforming Duckworth, who, by the way, Pritzker's running against a person with more name recognition, while the Duckworth running against a nobody. I still basically don't know anything about Salvi, but still, the fact that Pritzker's overperforming, Duckworth by a point, that's a sign that there may be something happening in both these races. Now, again, I'm not saying Republicans will win it, but I think it's going to be a bit closer than people expect. Now, you look at some of these crosstabs. You look back in September, Bailey was at 36%, Pritzker was at 51%. Again, that is a shift towards Bailey, but you could make the argument, okay, maybe that's just Bailey uniting the base behind him. Sure, but that doesn't explain how Pritzker's trending downwards. Same thing for Duckworth. She was at 50% a month ago. Now, 49%. If another month happens, they go down each a point, you may be in trouble. And that's crazy to think about in hindsight, that Illinois may have a more competitive race than expected. Again, I'm not saying Republicans will get within 5 or anything like that, but I think it's going to be a lot closer than people expect. Why? Look at just the black vote alone. Look at this. 21% for the Republican in the Senate race, 23% for Bailey in the governor's race. How did black voters vote in 2020? Look at this. They voted 6% for Trump in the state of Illinois. So, Bailey's doing 17 percentage points better than Trump with black voters. And I'm assuming that because of name recognition isn't there for Kathy Selvey, I think I'm hopefully saying her name correctly. I just don't know her enough to say her name properly. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I just don't know who she is personally. I don't know her on policy or anything like that. I just really didn't pay attention here. But she's at 21%. That's a 15% increase. Now, I know that this is a subgroup and they have higher margin of errors, but you're going to tell me that they're seriously going to have a 15-point, or more like, what is that, like a 20-point miss in favor of Democrats? I highly doubt that. I think, realistically, Bailey's probably at like 15%, if that. Well, Selvey's probably at like 13, 14%, which is still a significant improvement. Again, with subgroups, it's kind of hard to tell. But you keep going, you realize, oh, wait. Now, the other statewide races, it doesn't really matter. It's just, a lot of these are under 50%, but again, other statewide races, it's like people don't really pay attention that much. Like the Secretary of State race, it is important, but they don't tend to pay attention as much as the governorship. So you can scroll past this. But this is the one thing that may spell some trouble for Democrats down ballot. Look at Biden's approval. It's at 46%. It was at 49% in September in the state of Illinois. So it's trending downwards, while his disapproval is trending up. While wrong track, right direction in the state of Illinois. Do you think things in Illinois are generally headed in the right direction, or do you feel the state is on the wrong track? Only 48% said right direction. I guarantee if you ask nationally, is United States trending in the correct direction or not, this would be like probably 30% right direction. But the fact is, the majority of voters in the state of Illinois believe their own state is on the wrong track. And you look at the biggest issue. 39% said the economy, 9% said crime, housing affordability, 1%. I'm surprised it's not, I guess housing not that big of an issue in Illinois. It's just the cost of living is still kind of bad, but it's not as bad as other states. But you look at threats to democracy and abortion access and healthcare. Even in Illinois, you combine all three of them, they don't even crack 40%. While Republican-favorable issues such as the economy, crime, immigration, and housing affordability, you can make the argument for that. But just these three, the economy, crime, immigration, is 52% of voters saying that's number one issue. Something else, I don't know. They don't really say here what that means. Now, you look at the crosstabs, and look, look at the crosstabs alone, I have a suspicion that they may be understating Republican support by a couple points. Again, Bailey's not going to win. I hate to break it to y'all, but Bailey or the Republican for the Senate race, they're not going to win. But something tells me that they're understating the Republican support just a little bit. If that, the undecideds, who are currently undecided, they're going to break for the Republicans, more than likely. Why? Let's go to Biden's approval. All right. Let's see here. Again, you scroll down here. Of the undecided voters in the Senate race, 55 out of the 81 undecided voters said they disapprove the job of Joe Biden. Right here. That is over, what is that? That's 68% of the vote saying they disapprove the job of Joe Biden that are undecided for the Senate race. For the governorship, it's around 53%, but only 17% said approve. That is not good. To say the least, that is terrible news. That proves my point. Even a state like Illinois, and you can even look at the wrong track, almost 88% of undecided governor voters said, hey, we believe the state of Illinois is on the wrong track. For the governorship, that is very bad news. There might be maybe some sirens going off in the Pritzker campaign if this is anywhere true. If almost 90% of the undecided voters are saying it's the state of Illinois is on the wrong track, when statewide it was like 50-50, that is a sign you may be in trouble. Now again, I don't think I can believe that, but if it is true, look, some of those congressional races, they may be all flipping. At this point, if Pritzker and Tammy Duckworth are doing this poorly, and the remaining undecideds are, they don't prove the job of Joe Biden, and they think the state of Illinois is on the wrong track, you may be in deep trouble. It's a terrible combination, and it's generally doesn't go well for winning re-election, but it is Illinois. I highly doubt that Bailey or the Republican for the Senate race, Selvey, I hope I'm saying the name correctly, will win, but based on what I'm seeing, it is going to be a bit closer than expected. Again, I don't think it'll be within 5, but I think the governorship will be within, 9 points, I think. The Senate race, probably like a 10-point victory for Duckworth. Again, we just got to see what happens. But anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow that Twitter account in the description down below, and join the channel today. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you guys in the next video. Godspeed to all of you.